Yeah. Twin sun, 6 cents still in my teeth. Every promise I swore, now guess underneath. I count the steps from boy to blade. Hear a metronome inside my cage. Hey, they told me wait while the world burns slow. Cancel faces cold like hearth and snow. Visions of you, hand on your throat. Not on my watch, I rewrite the oath. Miracle smiles with a well-placed seed. Power to save exactly what I need. Trading the rules for a single deed. Then I let your feels and I start to bleed. Skywalker tag on a borrow seat. War drums numb every doubt I meet. If peace won't come, I'll force the feed. One choice later, no retreat. I can't reach and past the line. Till the line moved into me. Now the cost is spelled in iron, and it won't set me free. Say my name and watch it fade. I'm the ash of what you raised. Love turn ledger, true mislaid. I signed it all to keep you safe. Cut the past from who I am. Seal the door, erase the brand. Hear the servo in my chest. A borrowed breath I cannot run. Glass explodes, purple blade and rain. I chose a path I can't explain. Hands not clean, city lights complain. Order set, no one's the same. Brother on the furnace world. Don't try it, sparks as the ground is hurled. Edges judge the lessons cruel. Teachers' eyes go wide and dull. Black room vision, edges curled. Name gets folded, sealed and furled. Helmet low with silence swirls. I'm not the boy, I'm what remain. I can't reach and past the line. Till the line moved into me. Now the cost is spelled in iron, and it won't set me free. Say my name and watch it fade. I'm the ash of what you raised. Love turn ledger, truth mislaid. I signed it all to keep you safe. Cut the past from who I am. Seal the door, erase the brand. Hear the servo in my chest. A borrowed breath I can't outrun. Saving you and losing me. I chose the losing part. I caged the boy to spare your heart. Tell me, would you know me now if I reach through glass and flame somehow? No light, no plea, no turning key. Only duty welded into me. Yeah, your name loops back through a cupboard room. Monitors blink like a winter moon. Every mile from the kid I knew was another plate. The armor grew. I asked for peace, it never came. Just a rhythm of a coded name. Not Anakin, that page is done. A title fits where I became. Say my name and watch it fade. I'm the ash of what you raised. Love turn ledger, true mislaid. I signed it all to keep you safe. Cut the past from who I am. Seal the door, erase the brand. Hear the servo in my chest. This measured breath is all I want.
Green, green, green. Yellow flag is out.
Got free to go in the pack. That was on me.
Just bringing it up, but shouldn't they have at least went a lap down?
I'm pretty sure we still are just behind the pace car. It's going to give you the wave as long as you are in front of the race leader.
Shut up, bitch!
Race control, can you hear? They get the wave. We did it with them at Bristol 2 weeks ago because the cops came out last one. And Brian Manning, the EOL, and then
So should we just change what the rule was said then? She fucked up once, now it's a different time.
no, it's not a fuck up. The caution flew as they were getting ready to come out. They were already clear to come out when they start fucking up on anyway.
No, you hold it for a lap. It's a 1 lap hold, so therefore they should be a lap down.
Race control, can you hear me? Yes, sir. Okay, DJ's having issues with his wheel button. His push top is not working, so I will relay anything he needs to say if needed. Or something.
Green flag, green flag.
I'm losing.
I do want to apologize for the audio issue when I went live. If you have kids, you probably know what I'm going to say. They strike at the most convenient times possible. They took out my digital audio converter, and now I have no idea if you guys can hear me or not, but I'm just going to go with my gut intuition. Want to welcome you all to Redline Racing Network. Is tonight we invade Corn Country. Currently 19 laps already written in the history books here on Redline Racing Network. Chris Carroll, 99 ride, currently leads the way with Cody Gibson on his heels. Alan Dobbs rounds out your top three, and one of the bracket racer eligible drivers this evening, already up 9 positions. That is Mr. Excitement himself, Kyle Wellman out of Wyoming. To make things even a little bit more stranger this evening, in the fifth, his teammate, also the other driver eligible to win the bracket challenge, which means it's an inter-team battle here this evening. This ought to make things interesting. Is everyone right now continuing to chase Chris Carroll here in the early going? Gibson not letting him get away. He sends it into the corner. Carroll's been very committed to the bottom lane. And rightfully so, Gibson is following in his tire tracks right now. In fact, they are out to about almost a 2.5 second lead over Alan Dobbs and Kyle Wellman. And I mean, these are two very fast, very competitive drivers here. Impressive stuff here in the early going out of Carroll and Cody Gibson. DJ Daniel already up 4 spots. He's having some audio problems here at the beginning of this race. A spotter getting on open channel communication. He's going to try to work as a liaison for the 96. There's Megatron right there. Thought he's going to have himself a win a couple weeks ago, and here he is out there inside the top 10, going the right way on the scoring pylon. What does the 3 machine have in store tonight? You're going to have to sit around here and find out right here on Redline Racing Network. Going to take a very quick commercial break. Going to try to dial my microphone in a little bit. And we'll be right back with all the high-flying, high-octane racing action. Stick around. Don't go anywhere.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations. Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
know if you can hear me now. I'm trying like heck over here to get the primary microphone here working and sort out all kinds of problems since my digital audio converter seems to have been tampered with by one of my kids, I assume. Regardless of the fact, I want to thank all of you guys for bearing with me here through the initial opening phases of this race. If someone could be so kind to sound off in the YouTube.com live chat and let me know if you guys are hearing me transmit now, that would be great. I would appreciate it. As currently, Chris Carroll continues to lead the way. And it has been the Chris Carroll show for all intents and purposes thus far. I mean, he has been on a rail tonight. Alan Dobbs trying to rebound here in that 35 ride. As you remember, he started the season off on a high note, and he was taking this league by storm. And then he got caught up by the squirrels. He just started getting wrecked left and right, things happening, losing races every which way possible, and he is trying to turn the tides right now, and so far so good, as he is in that third and final podium position. In fact, Alan and DJ stem the stern here once again as Daniel runs in that fourth place position, as they own the top two spots in the current power rankings. But let's not forget, this racetrack here is treacherous. It'll jump out and bite you, especially if you get caught sleeping. There's a long way to go in this one. Anything can happen. As Chris Carroll now out to about a 4-second advantage over Cody Gibson, Alan Dobbs, DJ Daniel, that's your top four. Then you have the battle of the bracket. No surprise, they're racked and stacked right on top of each other. Tanner Marr and Kyle Wellman. The inner battle within 5 Kinks Motorsports. Kyle told me pre-race, if he wins, he's going to do a burnout. Love to see that. Continuing on throughout the top 10, Jason Raymond in the 49 ride currently resides at 7th. Going the wrong way here, slid about 4 spots from where he qualified. Brian Zimmer, or Zimmy, as some like to call him, resides in 8th. Scotty Yachty Stevens in 9th. And Daniel Rufik Jr. rides out the top 10 as they currently run right now. David can hear me now. Race fans, if you can hear me, just coming through the airwaves now in the broadcast, keep the sound off in the live chat. I would appreciate it. So we got 3 of you currently watching at this point in time. If you are, Chris Carroll currently leads the way. He has been on a mission since the drop of the green flag. Cody Gibson keeping him honest, though. And then it seems to be everybody else's. DJ Daniel about 5 seconds back. Then you got to go another 2 seconds back to Kyle Wellman. Almost a 10-second gap right now between the top 4 trucks out there on the racetrack at this time. Watch some of the broadcast. I didn't hear myself coming through at one point in time. No one reacted or responded to it in the chat, but we'll just go with it. Right here on Redline Racing Network. Thursday Night Thunder fires it up in prime time each and every Thursday night. Matt Netler up in the Past Memorial broadcast booth, flying solo this evening. And if you missed from the top of the broadcast, there's probably a good chance you didn't hear me. We also have the finale of the bracket race tonight this evening, which is an inter-team battle between Tanner Marr and the 4 machine right here, who currently runs 4th, and you guessed it, Mr. Excitement Kyle Wellman out of Wyoming runs 5th. Whoever can dethrone the other here as far as from a position where whoever finishes better will win. And Wellman says if he does, he's going to do a big old burnout at the end of this thing. We'll keep our eye on that battle, and as well as for the race lead and win. Out of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, this 99 machine is possessed tonight. I mean, his fastest lap on the racetrack is, it's a lot quicker than everyone else's. His best lap is a 23, or excuse me, a 22.88. The next closest best lap to him is a 22.90. That's Cody Gibson. Everyone else is in the mid-23 second bracket higher. Just to show you how lit up Chris Carroll is tonight, as he currently works on the 72 machine. That, of course, not for position. That is going to be Daniel Whitehead Jr., who is holding on right now, fighting for his life, trying to keep that 99 ride behind him. Currently in 14th, making his very first appearance tonight out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Steel Country. You know Ryan Catalano is a Steelers fan. Also has his own hot sauce company, Top It Off Sauce. Makes his inaugural start here in the Thursday Night Thunder Truck Series. Out there having himself a top 15 run right now. And again, trying to be respectful. Brand new guy coming into this league. He doesn't want to do anything irate. He wants to earn some respect. And the best way to do that is go out there and learn and see how these guys operate. And that's what he's doing right now. Kevin Winker, who was leading a little bit ago, trying some really aggressive off-cycle strategy. We were on board with him. You hear him getting out of the throttle, saving that precious Sunoco Racing Fuel. Right now he resides in that 15th position, but however, he is about 15 laps ahead of everyone else in the tire and fuel department right now. So Winker going to try to utilize an off-cycle strategy here to go up there and perhaps get himself a top 5, top 3, or maybe a win. You never know until it's over. Winker Nation always in the house, showing him some love, and they are there once again tonight. Sean Flick, hashtag Winker Nation. Amanda Joy showing up. Appreciate you being here as always. Laps written in the history books. Adam Smith, 125 here on Redline Racing Network. Gonna step aside and pay a couple bills, but we'll be right back on the high-flying, high-octane action. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. You got it locked on.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations. Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
flag is out.
Checking out for the pace car, guys. Checking up, coming off 1.
Alright guys, any takers on the caution there?
It was Catalano. His mic doesn't have a keybind currently.
10-4, thank you.
Green flag, green flag.
just begs the question that it is okay to three-way between teammates in corn country as Tanner Marr goes for the slide for life. Someone call the draft cleaners. That's going to be a race suit change. What a save by the driver of the 4. I guarantee he lost a couple pounds on that one. Is DJ Daniel is probably madder. Well, let's just say he's probably mad right now because that caution came out. The person that wanted to see that more than anybody, the guy that's been dominating this race up until a few moments ago, the 99 ride. Is this going to be the 4th caution for incident tonight? As that iRacing.com pace truck picks up the field once again. This was all just a byproduct of some hard racing here in the trenches late in the going. Remember, 2 of those drivers from the 5 King stable, Tanner Marr, Kyle Wellman, they're trying to win the bracket challenge as well. And then you had Zimmy in there trying to get zooted at the same time, and it just didn't work. See if we can find this on the instant replay here. I believe this is the incident right here. No, it is not. Pardon me. Here we go. Let's watch this at speed the first time through. Run it. Right there. They door bang each other. Kyle Wellman's going to pull down the track a little bit, and it's a John Force special drag race. And oh, that's just a racing deal right there. As usual, Kyle Wellman gets the worst end of the deal. And someone about ripped the back fascia of his tailgate or his bumper off. If that was a little bit of a different angle, that could have been a violent impact. Who was that? Because we're still under caution. Plenty of time to go back and look at this. Somebody about served up a decleater here.
Wellman did claim it, but he's got 7 minutes of damage, so I'm not going to bother with the ELO.
Oh, that is horrible. Wellman with 7 minutes of damage. Let's jump on board here with the 42 from this point. Oh, this is tough to watch. We're just going to run it. Watch this. Oh, it was that Chummy? Chummy about razor blade his face of his truck off there. If that was just a little bit of a different angle. And another tough break here for Kyle Wellman as we cycle back to the live side of things here on Redline Racing Network. It's Chris Carroll going to try to find a way to claw, do whatever he can. Bamboozle, use the chrome horn, punt longtime friends out of the way because you know that driver inside the cockpit of that truck feels like he deserves a win. Let's see if we can get Kyle Wellman here. We get ready to go back green flag racing. Kyle Wellman, Madam in the booth, you got a copy there, bud.
Trying to talk, Mettler, you're muted or something. I can't hear you.
No, it's not that I'm muted. It's my kid is messed up. Fix one thing, break another. That's been the story of the evening here. It's on my end. They said have kids. It was a wonderful idea. As we go back to green flag racing here. It's going to be a last chance qualifier type deal. DJ Daniel,
Green.
he is going to give it everything he has got here. Green flag back in the air. Look at Alan Dobbs trying to get up there as well.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Caution comes back out again. I don't believe this. DJ Daniel is probably racking his head right now and saying, what do I got to do to win this race? Every time he gets a clean restart, more shenanigans, and we're going to have to re-rack him, restack him, do it again. This is going to give me an opportunity to try and fix the other external sound communication here so I can try to interview Kyle Wellman and get his take on that incident just moments ago. We're under caution here late in this race, right here on Redline Racing Network. We'll be right back. We're going to keep it right here, though. We're going to leave it all out coverage. You're not going to miss anything.
Once again, indications here.
Green, green, green. Yellow flag is out.
Unfortunately. I just got up into him and misjudged the entry to the corner and got into him. Now I'm just focused on trying to finish on the lead lap without getting wrecked by these idiots out here. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Lights should be going out on that iRacing.com pace car this time, Pi. Chris Carroll feels like he has to feel like he deserves to win this race. A lot like what happened in Phoenix just a couple weeks ago. Hamlin, best car all race, clearly looked like he was going to win the championship until race shenanigans happened. He takes 4 tires. Everyone else takes 2, and then shockingly at the finish, he is not the champion. Can Chris Carroll, though, take back and command the high seas and knock Captain Jack Sparrow back to the gallows, that being the 96 here, your leader? Hold on, folks. It's about to get rowdy. Grandma's strapped in. She's got plenty. Kernel-free popcorn, 2 new cans of Labatt's Blue Ribbon. Grandma, here we go. Green flag back in the air, and DJ gets another good restart, but he is not walking it out. 2 laps to go. That you've seen DJ Daniel block at Daytona. We've seen him block at 1.5 miles. I don't know if he can block like that at a short track and still keep it straight. He is driving the hardest he has ever drove here at Iowa Speedway. Chris Carroll trying to lay him to biscuits. He just cannot get close enough. Not yet on the final lap. DJ Daniel pulverizing those Dr. Feelgoods. Chris Carroll going to try the Louisville slider. It's not going to be enough. Is DJ Shakin' Daniel is going to pull a rabbit out of the hat and bamboozle Chris Carroll out of the win? He wins again here in the... I can't even talk right now. I can't believe what I just witnessed. DJ Shakin' Daniel, I guarantee you he's shaking right now, just won this race and literally stole one from Chris Carroll. Here he comes around. They say he wasn't good as he once was. Quoting the late, great Toby Keith, one of his favorite country artists. He's as good as once as he ever was. He's only barely 20 years old, this guy right here. Won one of the last heat races, or feature races, at his local track, also a real-life racer. Is DJ Daniel burns it down right here on Redline Racing Network. Your winning moment. Chris Carroll, Tanner Marr, your top three. So Marr is going to win the bracket challenge. You just feel gutted right now for Chris Carroll, man. But we've seen this in real life just a couple weeks ago with the championship and the Cup Series. Dirty air is such a big deal. Since post this update is Daniel still trying to get every bit of the good out of those Dr. Feel Goods. He's got to be vibing right now. We're going to talk to them shortly as we get ready to shift now to the post-race show here on Redline Racing Network. Going to step aside for 20 seconds, reset a couple of things. We'll be back with driver interviews and more as Daniel does the Polish victory lap made famous by Alan Kowicki. You know he's vibing right now. He is feeling it. To hold off Chris Carroll like that, a truck that was just laser locked, laser focused, and seemed like he had everyone covered. That's why it's never over until it's over, folks. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side.
Race fans, welcome back to Redline Racing Network. As DJ Daniel played the Grinch and robbed the Christmas gift from Chris Carroll early here. Throw the turkey in there for that matter, too. Is a wild one to end this race here in Iowa. I still can't get over what we witnessed tonight. Hopefully all of you had a great time, especially watching the way this race played out. Without further ado, let's go ahead and transition now to driver interviews. And this is going to be a very interesting three-sided perspective here. Tanner Marr, who wins the bracket challenge, but has a little bit of an incident with his teammate. Chris Carroll he's, you know what, I'm not even going to speculate. We're going to talk to him, and then DJ is going to be just the energetic, zooted through the roof that he was able to win this race. And let's go ahead and kick off these interviews here. That's if some of these guys even want to talk to us. I mean, I get it if they don't. Great, had a chance to speak with Kyle Wellman. We're going to do things a little out of order. Chris Carroll, Matt up in the booth. You got a copy there, brother.
I get a copy.
Chris, I don't know what to say. It seemed like you had the truck to beat tonight. You had that field 10 seconds back at one time. Very reminiscent of what we saw at Phoenix with Demi Hamlin a couple weeks ago. You had a dominant truck out there that just seemed to ate you. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, here you are trying to battle your way back through there. And somehow, some way, you don't come away with this win. How are you feeling right now? Walk me through what happened tonight.
Well, Matt, we had him covered by a lot.
Yes, sir.
The winning truck, his teammates pointed out coming off a pit road, and it was a perfect lap for them to cycle through to the front. So I'm not feeling too good about that. I think there's something fishy there. I'd like to have a look at it before I say anything stupid here. But
fair enough.
There's something that had to be the perfect lap for that to cycle through the way it did. And I don't know. There's something not right there. I hope they have a look at it. But we had him covered pretty good. On the long run, the truck was really good. I could get the power down. Cody was really fast. He was there a long time before I saw him getting a little smaller. But I think Cody for sure the second place truck, and I don't know what happened to Hobbs early there. He was in third, and then we come out of the pit stop. I didn't see him again, so gotta go back and watch the broadcast and see everything before I say anything silly here, Matt.
Obviously, using that veteran presence and mindset, and I know you feel otherwise right now, Chris. Especially, I'll downright say it. I mean, you got robbed. I mean, you had a laser lightning fast truck, almost like a slot car out there on the racetrack. I mean, you just had it covered, and then somehow, some way, you're not in victory lane. I'm mad for you. Let's put it at that. But outside,
that's the way it goes, though.
That's the way it goes, and it doesn't mean that it sits well with you. And I don't think I've ever seen a particular driver more deserving of a win here at this track in my broadcasting career. I am gutted for you. Obviously, we know you're a wheel man. You have a ton of talent underneath or behind that V8 power in that machine. Before we cut you loose, who do you want to thank on the 99 who helps you get it done, my friend? The floor is yours.
Well, I got to thank you guys for the broadcast. Super cool. You guys stepped up for this series, and I hope the guys in the series really appreciate how hard these guys work. You see some, at the end, some silly moves that we don't want to cheapen the product. We want a good product out here, and we want guys to respect everybody that puts in the hard work. I got to always thank Tanner Marr. Without Tanner Marr, I wouldn't be in these leagues having all this fun. He's the one that dragged me into all this stuff a few years back, and super good guy, super good promoter. I mean, can't ask for a better friend. Got to thank USAFirearms.com. Brian Zimmerman, get your firearms at USAFirearms.com if you can. He's a super good dude. He's been sponsoring us a long time if we ever want to get into races, and been racing with these guys a long time. Good to see them up front too. That was a lot of fun. And I got to thank all my friends and family and everybody in this league that works hard to put the league on, man. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of babysitting, and a lot of stuff going on there. So awesome job from everybody. And just got to thank everybody that puts in the hard work.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, a man that got robbed point blank in broad daylight. Woulda, coulda, shoulda had a win tonight, and just somehow one gets away. Want to thank you for your time up here in the booth, Chris Carroll. We'll let you go digest this one. We look forward to speaking with you again really soon, my man.
Thank you for the great interview, Matt. Appreciate it, man.
Always appreciate getting time to speak with one of the legends there, Chris Carroll. So much respect everyone has for him. He has been around doing this for a while, and when you hear his tone of his voice, he feels like he may have been wrong there. He's going to do his due diligence to find out. As we now look to speak with Tanner Marr. He was there a couple minutes ago, I promise you. There he is. Joining me now, winner of the Bracket Challenge, and put on a heck of a show here in the late going of this race. Tanner Marr, you got a copy, sir.
I got a copy, mister.
How you feeling right now, brother?
I'm sweating, and I'm ready to take his hoodie off, ready to take his wheel off, and be done with racing for a little bit. A little bit of frustrating racing night on the admin side. Got a few people not happy or whatnot. Just typical league stuff, but we're still happy for the second place. We're happy to win the bracket. That means the money gets to stay home. I was the one having to pay that money out. And,
That's right.
We'll buy ourselves an early Christmas present or something. You never know, huh?
Yeah. Just like you used to be able to win Ben Stein's money, but Tanner took it back. He went out there and got it done and made sure he didn't have to put it out to anybody else. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. What's the word I want to use here? That friendly battle out there on the racetrack. Obviously, it was an inter-team battle between yourself and Kyle Wellman. I thought it was very clean, very respectful racing out there, and you guys were throwing your guts into it. Walk me through those critical moments out there. What was it like in the heat of the battle?
Please don't mess up. Please don't mess up. Please don't hit me. I won't hit you. Don't hit me. I won't hit you. Oh, crap. I hit you. I'm sorry. Then he hit me. We raced as teammates, but we raced as we were basically first and second in our mind, and to a detriment, actually. It slowed us down. Early in the race, we're sitting here throwing sliders on each other while DJ, Dobbs, Gibson, and Carroll are just gapping us, right? And so halfway through the race, I even sounds like, I think we're just hurting each other more than we're helping each other here. And so once we said that, we kind of cooled it down and whatnot, and then we got the race, and then we had that late race contact. Ultimately ended up destroying Wellman's car. He claimed the yellow. I still haven't went back and watched it, so I don't know even what it looks like. But
I'll
Man,
tell
I
you
don't know.
what.
I'm glad to win it, but I hate the way we won it. Right? I wish it would have
Right.
been me and him, like me and Carroll was drag race to the line for second.
And that's obviously the best case scenario when you have two deserving people out there on the racetrack, that are both, have put the time into, to earn it like you guys have. Ultimately, only one can, shine through and get the job done. You hate to see the contact there, and then Wellman goes down the racetrack, and I believe Chummy Miller almost cut his face off on the back of his truck. I think that's where the 7 minutes of damage came on for Wellman there. Ever
Right.
so slightly contact, a different direction. That could have been a lot different. Had a chance to speak with Wellman. He gets it. It's a racing deal. He's disappointed. But before I cut you loose, I just got to pick your brain for a second. How did Chris Carroll lose this race?
That's
I'm
something I want to go
shocked.
back and watch.
I
know a timely caution, Catalano self spin, and I'll be honest, I'm gonna put it out here. It's been protested that people are thinking it might be a on purpose self spin. So that's another headache thing we gotta go back and watch. I hope it wasn't, Matt, because I want to talk about in the past, right? I hope it wasn't, right? I hope it wasn't, and I have faith that it wasn't. I haven't looked at it yet, though.
I have faith that it wasn't too. I'm just a broadcaster. I don't make those decisions, so I'll let you guys do your due diligence there. But I instantly I thought of Denny Hamlin.
Sadly, I'm just an admin, and I got to make that choice, right? That's what sucks.
Someone's got to be the bad guy every once in a while, right?
Right.
But I'd be lying if
not.
I thought Denny Hamlin, not to cut you off there, what happened with the Cup Series of the championship. Clearly, the 11 had the best car all day. He was going to win.
Right.
Chris Carroll was, on another planet. He was half a second faster than the field at times, had almost a 10-second lead, and somehow DJ Daniel robs him point blank in broad daylight. That just goes to show you it is never over until it's over.
That's why we raced, huh? That's why we love racing right there. Is for situations and scenarios like that. I know Chris Carroll's probably bummed out about it, but look at the other side of that coin. DJ Daniels is probably happy. And I called it in the power rankings. I said Daniels would win a race pretty quick. And damn it, he went out and did it tonight.
You hit the nail right on the head, and I know he is lit like a tater chip, so we're going to go ahead and give you your opportunity here. Who do you want to thank who helps you get it done on your 5 King Chevrolet, man? The floor is yours.
Well, I got to thank you first and foremost, Redline. I know you would much rather be out here racing with us, mixing it up. Also want to apologize. Last week at Eldora, I think I got into you, and I didn't even mean to. I didn't even know it was you, so I apologize for that. I think I ended you tonight, so I'm not a dirt guy.
I'm not a dirt guy either. So we were both holding on, having fun. That's all that was. But
I was going wherever the truck put me, right? But I want to thank 5 Kings, like you mentioned. Shout out Carol. Shout out all the boys in the channel. The channel was lit tonight, so without them, this wouldn't be nearly as fun. And shout out RaceCPI.com and those group and whoever else I'm forgetting. But yeah, big shout out to you, because I know you'd much rather be out here racing with us.
I love being out there racing with you guys. That's for sure. But broadcasting gives you a whole other perspective and a view of things that you simply don't get from inside the vehicle as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, the king of the bracket challenge tonight, that is the driver of the four, the one and only Tanner Marr. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, Matt.
You're very welcome. It's 2 down, 1 to go, and I promise you, this is going to be the other side of the coin that I was talking about. We've talked to Chris Carroll. We've spoken with Tanner Marr. Now here's the other side of when you do something, you accomplish something that you probably didn't think you had a hope, chance, and prayer in hell doing just a few short minutes ago outside of a miracle. And lo and behold, it happened here tonight. Let's go ahead and grab DJ Shakin' Daniel and bring him up here to the broadcast booth. That's if I can grab him by the back of the collar. Hold still. There we go. Joining me now, Houdini himself, DJ Shakin' Daniel. How did you hold him off restart after restart, and how did you keep the rocket behind you? I've seen you block 5-6 wide at Talladega. I've seen you block the grass at Auto Club. Iowa? Fill me in. You got to be lit, man.
I was throwing corn cobs out the window, man.
How did you wind up in victory lane in pass? How did you keep? How? Just, I'm lost for words right now, man.
Well, I felt like all night we had the best truck. when you're looking at a 3.5 second gap to Chris Carroll and you tell your spotter you're not even worried about it, I'd say you got a pretty good rocket ship. We just kept getting tangled up with lap cars all night. I mean, they just pulled right out of his way and then want to race me like we're racing for position. So that was what killed me on the long run.
I hear you there. I mean, you were in the hornet's nest all night. I mean, but you were fighting hard, battling, great racing all around you. I know Chris Carroll raced you guys clean. You were mixing it up there with Dobbs, Kevin Winker at times. You had a great strategy all night long. I think your crew chief there did a great job putting you in position. But man, at one point in time of the race, I mean, Chris Carroll had almost a 10-second lead. Was it just you being able to get clear of all the, I don't want to say mayhem, but getting a chance just to put down some clean laps? And once you were able to do that, you just set sail?
Yeah, just a lot of them were pretty easy to get by, but I think it was the 74 I got with him, and he just raced the crap out of me for like 10 or 15 laps and killed me.
Tim Tobridge, he is rough, he is tough, but he is clean out there on the racetrack. He will work you over, at least try to anyhow, and makes it for exciting broadcast up here in the booth. DJ, I got to ask you, restart after restart, you'd get clear, great, and then the caution flag comes back out. What are you thinking inside of the cockpit of the truck when you're sitting there having to restart for a fourth, fifth time to try to get this one in the back for you?
Well, I figured that was going to happen, being as we went, 100 laps out of caution, something like that. I figured it was going to get a little rowdy there at the end, but I don't know. I don't trust restarts much, especially when I got control. I feel like this thing's been a rocket ship all season on restart, so uh, I wasn't even sweating it.
Well, you know, and before I cut you loose, man, Tanner Mars shouted you out a couple minutes ago. He said he knew when you arrived here in this series, and so thankful to have you on Team Redline, by the way. He knew you were going to get a win quickly, and he made sure he reminded everyone on the broadcast watching that you did that tonight. Congratulations, man. Watch you get to burn the house down. What does this momentum do for you now moving forward, man? Obviously, you get a big win like this, you're really going to feel confident. I mean, let me dial that back. You're confident just about every time you get in that thing. But now to come here and win and do it the way you did, what does this do for you the remainder of the season?
I'm going to say this, and I think it's very bold to say, but I think this league has been the hardest for me to win, and the competition is so thick. I mean, you got Carroll, Tanner, Allen. I mean, all the hot shots. I mean, you get to watch us every week, so you know they're hard to beat. It ain't no easy feat. But
No.
I needed this one. I felt like we got our hearts broke a few times this year, but you'll watch my stream on Facebook later, and you'll see how loud I was screaming. I was screaming from the second I seen Carroll lose the nose in the middle of 3 and 4 to the second I got to turn 1.
I swear you were so loud, I heard you bleeding through the Discord.
You could probably see it in the burnouts.
I knew you were
But
loving life there, man. But before I
uh,
cut you
I
loose, go ahead.
Tanner shouted me out, so I gotta return the favor. I gotta thank
Absolutely.
him for letting me come in here and race with these guys. Like I said, there's so much talent here. It's incredible. I mean, it's every week it's somebody different, right?
Hey, that's what happens though when you have elite talent in a league like this. There's going to be, you know, some guys that go home with hurt feelings, other guys that fight hard in the trenches and persevere and push through like you. And there's going to be close quarters incidences, you know, sometimes between teammates, like we saw with the bracket challenge between Tanner and Kyle Wellman. Obviously, Kyle got the worst end of the deal, but you know they're both respectful. They understand, hey, it was just a hard racing deal, and you load it up and you re-rack them, restack them, and try to get the job done next week. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I wish that caution there at the end that was kind of, I wouldn't say in the middle of, but right after that cycle when Carroll pitted, that kind of sucked because he made, I think, a two-tire call, and I had my spotter Chris was hawking that pit box there, trying to see what he was doing because I was gonna take two. I was gonna roll the dice, you know. I I mean, I didn't have anything to lose at that point, so. But
You got everything to gain.
Yeah, my spotter Chris goes, he's taking two. I'm like, put four on it, like 10 foot before the box. So I got to shout him out. He deals with a lot of crap, but he's tremendous help. So
Absolutely. Solid team effort here for DJ Daniel as he shocks the entire iRacing Nation, dethrones Chris Carroll, and finds himself in victory lane when all is said and done here in the great state of Iowa. DJ, congratulations. Have a great night, brother. We'll speak with you again really soon.
yeah, thank you. I hope we're going playoff racing after that one. We were 44 points out.
You should
after
be good
missing
to
the
go.
whole race.
You should be good to go. There's still a long time to go. I think you're going to be just fine there, brother.
I hope so, but
we'll find out next week for sure. But you go enjoy this one, man.
I ain't sleeping tonight.
He ain't sleeping tonight. I knew it. I'll see you after the race there, brother. We'll talk about this more. Heck of a job out there tonight. You earned that.
Everybody that's watching, thank you as well.
And that again, once again, the voice of DJ Shakin' Daniel, who's been doing a lot of that, as you just heard from him. You know he's fired up as we put him back down in the driver's meeting, as that's going to wind up post-race interviews. I still don't know what happened. It's never over until it's over. That's why you never give up, never give up, never give up. Is DJ Daniel a winner now in the Thursday Night Thunder Truck Series, powered by Front Row Esports? Chris Carroll, you spoke with him. You heard from him. Very respectful, very reserved up here in his interview, and I get that, and I appreciate him coming up here and even wanting to speak with us. Tanner Marr wins the bracket challenge, and you heard what he had to say, and someone's got to put the admin hat on. They're going to check that out. They're going to look at that, and I can't blame them for that, but I'm not going to comment on it. I'm just a broadcaster. I call what I see in real time. That's all I do. Sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes I get it right. That's how that works. Now for the rest of the finishing results here this evening from the great state of Iowa. Let's go ahead and grab the final results here and throw them up on the big screen. Also want to thank all of you for tuning in, being a part of all the high-flying, high-octane racing action here on Redline Racing Network. Make sure you smash the like button, ring the bell, so you don't miss any of the Front Row Esports Truck Series each and every Thursday night here in prime time. The first three drivers, Ryan Zimmerman, and that 28 machine going to come home in that fourth place position. USA Firearms, primary sponsor on that car. Tim Trowbridge. He has been a part of the action all season long. Another top 5 finish for him. Cody Gibson going to be on the outside looking there, but he's still good for a top 10. Well, Jason Raymond in the 49 machine comes home 7th. Winker Nation in the 97 machine, good for 8th. Well, Trod, Chris, another top 10 in the Rowdy 3 machine. Heck yeah, man, way to go. Bailey comes home in that 10th place position, while Millian McKellar has a good run tonight, coming home P11. Well, that 12th place position belongs to Daniel Rubik in the 72 machine. Out of Redline Racing Team, Alan Dobbs in the 35. Good for a 13th place effort here. He starts to turn it back around. We finished the race. We've been getting taken out every week, it seems. Something happened to him after he lit the season on fire the first couple weeks. Gets himself a top 15. Probably the most heartbreaking story of the night. Kyle Wellman going to get a 14th place finish for that 42 5 Kings entry. After a little bit of friendly contact there with the teammate, going for it all, trying to win the bracket challenge. And unfortunately, something had to give, and it was the 42. Look for him to rebound next week. And Ryan Catalano in the 92, top it off, Sauce Racing. Going to get a top 15 in his first race here, or I should say inaugural start in the Thursday Night Thunder Series. Larry Bell's going to come home 16th, while Chummy Miller going to round out your top 17. Scotty Stevens, Nicholas Moody going to be the 19 cars that took the initial green flag here tonight on Redline Racing Network. Want to thank all of you for coming out tonight once again. Cannot do this without the partners, sponsors, all the men and women behind the scenes. Tanner Marr for all that you do. And as the late, great Tony Trapasso used to say, as you walk down the road of life this week, do us all a favor, don't play in traffic, and we'll see you next time right here on Redline Racing Network.